Okay, so let's level up our conditional statements by using something called an if else statement. So this is similar to what we've done before, but we're just adding a level to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate a game show where there's some amount of prize money. So we'll have a double here for money. Now, whenever you're doing something where you're going to kind of accumulate the value throughout the program, it's a good idea to initialize the value to 0 because we're going to be adding on to the amount of money that they have. But if you don't put anything for money, sometimes it doesn't know what the starting value is. So if you add 3 to it, then it just doesn't know what to do. And then we're going to have some competitions here. So the first one is going to be variable type char. So this is only going to be a single character. So this one is going to be true or false. So T or F for this one. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to put goal. Let's do this as a double. So this is going to be int double double goal. So this is going to be a distance of throw. And then we're also going to have an int door. So they're going to be picking a door for a prize as well. So this is going to be played in 3 phases. So we're going to go cout. This is going to be the first question. So we're going to put in question. Was Napoleon's white horse black? And then we'll see in the answer for this. Now, when you're doing a character, don't forget it's usually a good idea to specify exactly what they should be entering here. So this is going to be we're going to put a T/F and put a space there so that they can enter it. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to cout how far did you throw the ball? And we'll measure this in meters. So CN, we'll put the goal here. Now the third one, we're going to do a cout. Now, which door do you want to pick? And this is going to be a 1 to 5. So they're going to pick door number 1, door number 2, 3, 4, or 5. And then we're going to CN door. Okay, so we've got our 3 values in here that we're going to get. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use a series of if statements to determine how much prize money they get. So the first one is we're going to assess their first question. So was Napoleon's white horse black? So the answer here is false. The white horse was white. So we're going to put an if statement here. So if, now the way that we do this as a single letter is we check to see if answer equals, and for a single letter, it's in single quotes. So if the answer is true, we will cout correct. You get $15. That deserves an exclamation point. And now we're going to add the $15 to their money. So money becomes money plus 15. Now, if the answer is false, then what we're going to do is we'll say cout incorrect. It was white. And it's a game show, so we're going to put lots of exclamation points on here too. And we're not going to put the line for money. Don't even put a line on here that's like money gets the value of money plus 0. It doesn't make any sense, and it slows down your program because it's a line of code that it doesn't need to do. So speaking of slowing down the program, if we take a look at this, it checks to see, okay, is the answer true? If so, it does this. Then is the answer false? Now, these two scenarios are mutually exclusive. So that means that you can't have the answer be true and false at the same time. So what happens is, if we find the answer is true, we don't need to check to see if the answer is also false because we know that it can't be. So there's a mechanism to do this, which is we put the word else here. So this is what's called although it's a very simple one, an if-else ladder. So it finds the first option and then exits. So what happens here is if it determines that it's true, then we don't have to check the condition for false. However, if it's not true, then it will check this, and it sort of goes down the ladder one step at a time until it finds the correct answer and it's done. So this increases the efficiency of your program because it creates lines of code that can be skipped over. It doesn't have to do this if it found that it was true. Okay, so let's take a look at another situation where we would use the goal. So say the ball is supposed to be thrown 10 meters for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to check to see if the ball, if the goal attempt was larger than or equals to 10. So this is the 10-meter goal. So cout. You threw the ball at least 10 meters. You get $27. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we'll also say, so money gets the value of money plus 27. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the alternate condition to this. So an else if will work like this. So else if, now what we have to do is we have to say, okay, well, what is the opposite of greater than or equal to 10? So the opposite of that is any number that is less than 10. So we're going to check here to see if the goal is less than 10. You don't want to end up with a situation like this, though, where you're checking to see if the goal is greater than 10 or it's less than 10, but there's no scenario where it actually checks to see if it's equal to 10. So you have to make sure that you're taking every possibility into account. So here we're going to cout not far enough. Okay, now we're going to do our door scenario. So if, and now we're going to have, what are our doors here? Our doors are 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. If door equals 1, we're going to have something happens. Else if door equals 2, this is now what we're going to do is we're going to put what is behind each of the doors. So cout, you found $100 behind door number 1. And then we'll go money equals money plus 100. Okay, and then we'll do the same for the other doors. If you want to get creative, of course, you can think of your own things that will be behind the doors. I'm just going to put various dollar amounts just to keep it simple. So this one will be 45. Don't forget to change what the door number is. So this one will be door number 2. And then we can copy and paste this to save a little bit of time. Okay, so behind door number 3, let's make this a really good one. So this is going to be $200, 200. Then you found, let's say, a goat behind door number 4. That's 4, 3. Make sure that the doors are counting up for the if statements too. And now we'll remove the money line here because they won't get money if they find the goat. And then if the door is 5, they will have found $3 plus 3, and then change that to 5. Now, what I want to do here is I've got all of these different possibilities. And of course, the way that it's going to work is it's going to find the first one that is true, the first true statement, and then exit the rest. So if it finds that they entered door number 2, it can skip over 3, 4, and 5. But I want to put something in here just in case they decided to enter 6 or 10 or negative 400. So in this situation, you have something else that you can use, and it's just an else. So this is always at the end of the ladder. And this is for, if no option in the ladder is picked, this is what is going to happen. So we know if they get to this point, they entered a number other than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to say error. Door does not exist. Okay. And now I can put how much money they won. See out. We'll say thanks for playing. You have earned, and then I'll put a $sign here, and then I will put the amount of money, and let's see how this goes. So I'm going to run the program. Oh, I've got this still in C. I got to switch it to C++. Try that again. Okay, so question, was Napoleon's horse black? False. How far did you throw the ball? Let's say 4 meters. And I want door number 4. So here are my results. Incorrect, it was white. Not far enough. And you found a goat behind door number 4, and we get a total value of 0 for this. Now, the only thing that I want to do to improve my program is I want to have this be money formatted. So at the beginning of the program, which is where I usually like to put my formatting information, this is where I can put the 2 lines of formatting code. So cout.set f iOS : fixed. And then cout.precision, and then in parentheses I'll put 2. And now when I run the program again, I will put true, 400 meters. I got a lot better at the game, and let's pick door number 2. Now it's going to show this amount at the end. Not bad. I got $87. So the purpose of the if-else statement is to create alternatives. So like this or this could have happened. And it also makes the program more efficient because of the fact that it can skip over some possibilities that it could not possibly happen.